I'm doing all right, actually. One of the questions I already got it from somebody compared to being a player, and I feel like I was more anxious at this moment as a player but just seeing the guys this morning, I think they're in a really good place. I feel like we're really prepared. I feel like the guys are prepared. So there's a lot of comfort in that. So I'm quite certain when I run out to the line to start, I'll be nervous. But right now I'm okay.
Who else?
Aaron, do you have people here with you today, or are most of them coming to New York on Monday?
New York. Yeah, I got a big lineup Monday.
You've got your, three big right-handed sluggers, 2, 3, 4. Do you think you put Didi in between when you're facing a right-hander at this point?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance you could see Didi in the 4 hole tomorrow, and against righties. But felt good about today stacking those 3 guys.
Didi's a different kind of hitter than Bird. He doesn't generally see as many pitches. Is there any? Would you still maybe stack those 3 guys against right-handers for that reason, or you still like the lefty in the middle?
I like the lefty in there. I feel like Didi's in a good place, swinging the bat right now. And Didi obviously is different from Birdie in that he doesn't see as many pitches, doesn't probably get on as much, but you like him up there with traffic. And so we'll build the lineup a little bit with the idea that we want to see Didi in those spots with runners on base, and we feel like we can do that with this lineup.
Can you just describe maybe just what your day has been like so far, and just maybe in some detail?
Sure. I got up, went down to breakfast in our hotel. We have a team kind of breakfast where guys can roll in and out. Had breakfast, got online a little bit, went over some things that I wanted to go over, and then hopped in the shower, got dressed, and was on the 10 o'clock bus. Got over here, and it's been, I got on the treadmill for a little bit, exercised a bit, and had the meetings I will have pretty much on a daily basis with Hark and Larry and Bardo, just kind of going through game plan wise, and checked in with some guys, seeing how everyone's doing, and now here I am.
Aaron, they're going to be honoring Roy Halladay, and I was just wondering your recollections of what a dominant pitcher he was.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be very emotional. Doc was somebody that, I played against coming up in the minor leagues, obviously competed against him in the big leagues, and just one of those players that commanded so much respect around the game for just who he was, the way he went about things. Wasn't a lot of fun facing him. I always made the analogy, I was like, with Halladay, it's almost like it's a 54-foot mound. Like, I almost feel like it's so effortless the way he did it, but he's just kind of so much better than everyone else. It's almost like the mound's closer, the way he goes about it. But he was a great competitor, and obviously a sad situation, but it'll be neat to see Toronto and all of baseball, for that matter, get to honor him today.
Aaron, you mentioned that you'll probably have a daily meeting with your coaches. Were you a routine guy as a player, do same things every day? And do you imagine doing it as a manager? And are you starting to fall into something that's a routine? Yeah,
I would say I was fairly routine as a player. I didn't like to get bogged down by it because there's always things that can, throw a wrench into the day. But the best we can, we'll do things as far as, advancing, how we have our meetings before games, how we want all those mechanics to work as best we can. I'd like those things to be fairly routine, fairly scheduled, and I'm confident we'll do that. Honestly, they're not extensive. So I feel like, we had our first advance meeting. We actually did it at the hotel with the coaching staff on yesterday before the workout, before we got on the bus, and just to kind of first day, just timing-wise, see how it timed out. So I don't think we're going to be bogged down from a time standpoint in doing all the things we want to do, but I'm sure hopefully in the first couple of weeks we develop a good routine.
And when you've got Judge and Stan hitting back-to-back, you've kind of talked about it, how they obviously are guaranteed to hit in the first inning, but do you notice an effect with pitchers when are they afraid of a guy hitting behind a guy so they pitch him differently, or do they not? Do they attack guys just one at a time?
Yeah, I think it's more one at a time, and hopefully those guys create problems more often than not. But we got to see that play out, and hopefully, I've talked about hopefully they kind of feed off each other a little bit. Hopefully they're able to develop a good rapport with one another and just communicating how a guy may be attacking them, and I'm confident that will develop and hopefully become something that both of those guys add to their game and will help their game.
Aaron, have you spoken to any managers who have given you advice specifically about opening day?
Not really. I mean, checked in with a few today. Good luck, have a great year. Kind of that fraternity I've talked about. But no checking in. I walked across and during BP yesterday and saw Gibby and just to say what's up and greet each other and shoot the breeze for a minute. But no, as far as advice goes, I haven't really reached out specifically on opening day.
How about your dad?
I talked to him last night, and he's pretty low key usually. So, and he was last night. He was like, good luck, have fun. My mom sent me a lot of emojis this morning, a lot of hearts, prayers, the whole bit. So that was nice. So I get a nice balance there. My mom fires off emojis, and my dad's just kind of chill.
Eric, you've talked so much about losing yourself in the tasks and all the planning that you're trying to do, but is it tough knowing that for all of that, something could happen out there today that you're totally not prepared for, that you can't possibly prepare for?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it, and I think that's part of sports. And there's, as I've said, there's a lot of comfort in knowing that I feel like we really are prepared and guys are prepared. So, sport, life, all those things come up and throw you curveballs that you got to roll with and you got to be able to handle. And I feel like we have a club capable of handling when it gets a little ugly or gets a little thick.